Hey, so we got we got a bit of an unboxing to do today. Yeah. All right, so it's been a little while since I've unboxed some comics, and to be honest, one of these boxes I got a little while ago, but I knew that I had a couple more boxes coming in, and so I held on to it for a little while so I could unbox it. I did have to open it up to pull one thing out because it's got to go back because they accidentally sent me too many copies of the same book, so I am sending it back. So I had to pull that box out. But almost all of these packages, how many boxes I got here? 1, 2, 3, an envelope, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 boxes. About 6 of them, I think, came in yesterday at the same time. Actually, like 5 of them, because this envelope came in today. So I don't know why, like multiple Kickstarters, 3 Kickstarters, in fact, all came in on the same day, which is insane because Kickstarters, like, you can wait like a couple years. I've been waiting a few years on one of them, actually. But they all came in on the exact same day. I don't know how that happened. Anyways, so this is gonna be a long video. I'm sorry. Maybe you want to put it in 1.5 speed on the YouTubes if you're watching it. Or you can just put this on in the background, or if you're not really interested in watching me unbox for this long, you could just skip the video altogether. I got some overviews coming out very soon. Very excited about some of them. But you know what? Let's just dig into it. This envelope, I wanted to check because it came really torn up and beat up and all that. So I wanted to double check it before, and I had no idea what it was going to be, but it was a Kickstarter, and I'm really excited because it comes from my buddy Michael Avon Omin and his After Realm Kickstarter. Now, I don't normally do trade paperbacks, but you know what? I was very excited about supporting Omin's latest book, and this book looked super cool. So I'm really, and it came with a bookmark. You could do a trade paperback in a slipcase. I just decided to, since it was still a trade paperback, if it had been a hardcover, I probably would have jumped on it. But I jumped on this because, I mean, look at this art. Like, Omin's art is just fantastic. I love his stuff. He does so much great work. And, oh man, I am just really excited for this story. And to support my boy Omin, who's also a fellow Washingtonian, not too far away from me. So that's pretty cool. All right, so that's the first book. Now we have to, you know what? We did the padded envelope. Now let's get into the one book I actually grabbed from Amazon, which is not a typical way that I purchase books. Trying out a new mic, a shotgun mic instead of a lav mic today. So let me know how that sounds for you, and maybe you're getting better. Maybe I should turn that down a little bit. I don't know. I'm gonna turn it down just a little bit because it looks like it's peeking a little bit there. Okay. Ugh. All right. So this I'm very excited about. Okay. Also, this is the first time I have ever that I can think of done a very spontaneous purchase, especially on Amazon, but where a follower on Instagram hit me up in DMs, is like, dude, you got to check this book out. And I was like, you know what? I looked up the premise, looked it all up, was going for a really good deal in comparison to what it normally goes for. So I picked up Charles Burns' Black Hole. Yeah, looks super cool. I know some people are not into the black and white store art and no color or anything like that, but dang, I have no idea if this is going to be any spicy photos or not. It's a little dicey flipping through here. Oof. Looks super cool. So there's some other cool books I got on my wish list on Amazon because this looks super cool. So we'll see. Maybe I'll jump into some more Burns stuff after I read that book and see if I enjoy it or not. But you know what? It actually came, you know, in that Amazon uh, crappy box with no packaging, and you know what? It like survived really well. The dust jacket's a little funny, but that's not from the Amazon shipping. That's just how it was put on the book, but that's not a big deal. All right, so Black Hole by Charles Burns, and thank you for suggesting that to me on Amazon or on Instagram. All right, let's cut open a box from our sponsor, Organic Price Books. So if you don't know Organic Price Books, I don't know what rock you've been living under. They've been doing crazy Cyber Week, Black Friday deals, and all that. So I actually have a box here and a box here from OPB. So let's cut one of them open right now. You can use my code for Omnibuddy, get $2 off every order. If you're ordering 4 or more books, you can use Ship It Together, Omnibuddy Ship It Together, and get 5% off your entire order. So, like, if you take advantage of those sales on top of uh, like take advantage of that code on top of those sales, like it's crazy good. And I mean these boxes just like that double walled, oof, I'm always gushing about them. They're awesome. And they are trying out something new. They are doing packing peanuts, which I know some people do not appreciate, but they are biodegradable, which is super nice. So not upset about that. And I can reuse them to take up some space and all that and some other packages, you know, for when I'm shipping stuff. Okay, so we have the Department of Truth right here. So, love this book, love this story, super good. I really do need to do an overview on it. I've already read it. And then we have Boom. I'm so excited for this one. Radiant Black. I have been wanting to read this for so long. I've heard nothing but amazing things about it, and I am just so excited for it. The art looks fantastic. The story looks amazing, right up my alley. But yeah, Radiant Black, Image, oof, looks so good. So good. All right. So now, you know what? I'm trying to decide where I want to go from here. Okay, so we just did uh, we had Amazon, we had Kickstarter, we had OPB. I already cut this one open uh, because I had to grab some stuff out of there, or grab some books that they accidentally sent me overages on. But this is coming from the Cyber Week deal at Magnetic Press. I do some side work for Magnetic Press. Love those guys, and love the books that they do. And it's super cool that now I get to actually work on some of these books. And one of the books I did work on and did help like a lot of the marketing and stuff like that, and some ideas on it. But we got the retelling of Monte Cristo by Jordan Mechner. This is the collector's edition, Kickstarter edition. So it's got that beautiful hardcover, that crimson gilding. Ooh, and then it's got that cutout on there of the logo. And then this one is number 3. Is it going to focus? 323 of 750. Oof. Man, this story, I've already read it. I need to do an overview on it because it is, if you like The Count of Monte Cristo, even if you're not super into that story, or, you know, that movie was fantastic when it came out way back when. But that story is a modern day retelling around the time that 9/11 happened, just after it. So it's kind of in the shadow of 9/11 and all the terrorism that was happening, and people being all scared and freaked out and all that. Super interesting take on that whole story of Monte Cristo, and all shrouded in that. Super cool, really great book. Okay, I have a ton of stuff because when you back stuff on Kickstarter with Magnetic, I don't know if you know this, but you actually get ambassador points that you can spend on their website. So I have 15 books in here, 15 books in here, and I paid out of pocket $1.88, I think it was, less than $2 I paid for these 15 books, including this collector's limited edition by Jordan Mechner. insane. Okay, so my two less than $2 haul I got going on here. I grabbed a ton of stuff that I've been looking for, and this is one of the. I've read a ton of magnetic stuff, but I mean they got a huge catalog, so I haven't read near all of it or anything like that. Not even near half of it. But this is one of their first books they did on Kickstarter, and I have been wanting to grab this book for so long, Ghost Money, and I read a couple of their books when I first started backing them with like Astro Pan and things like that. And I asked for some recommendations, and I remember Jess, the Omni Dog, recommended Ghost Money to me. He said he really liked this book, so I have been wanting to grab this book for so stinking long, and here it is. I finally have Ghost Money, Death in Dubai. Really excited for that. Okay, let's see what else we got going on in here. A lot. So there's a couple big series in here that I grabbed because wanted to finish some of those out. So you're gonna get a lot of the series here. I'm trying to just get them going. Let's see. Let's see. I don't know if these are all in order or not, but you'll get the idea when I show you the title of them, or the one of them, the I think eight. Uh, let's see. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Okay, here's seven of the Infinity 8 hardcover series. I think I have some of them upside down, maybe not. Uh, but no, no, I don't. Okay, so you can see on the bottom there, all those beautiful spines. Ooh, cover up my face so it focuses on them. Ooh, so nice. All right, so I love space stories, sci-fi stories, and this has got that pulpy action stuff going on. And you know, if you know me, you know that I love pulp action and can't get enough of it. So, all right, so let's get this going here. Flip some of these books over. Okay, here's the last Infinity 8, Volume 7. Okay. So I'm really wanting to organize those 8 volumes into the correct order, but I'm not going to. All right. And I love post-apocalyptic stories. So we have After the Fall, which is super cool. Really excited to read that one. We have, I've been really wanting to read this one too. The Art by Tony Sandoval is amazing. His art is just absolutely killer. Like just so gorgeous, so cool, so different. Love it. And yeah, so I am really excited. The premise of this, a girl enjoys wandering in nature and collecting odd bones and strange rocks. The other kids think she's kind of weird, maybe a witch, and avoid her when she discovers a tree that allows passage to a parallel world. I love these fantastical stories with kids and like imagination and like going on big adventures. I love that so much. So, and speaking of going on big adventures, okay, here's the last three from this 15 book mega magnetic super haul. We have Milo's World, volumes 1, 2, and 3. Really excited for this. It's got that beautiful, like, uh, old anime stuff. Oh man, I'm just so Miyazaki maybe kind of feel to it. Oh, just so good. It's got like that Spirited Away feel, like just gorgeous. Anyways, really excited to finally read that. We'll see if it's kid appropriate because it would be really fun to get some more books that my daughter, who's 10, can read and would really enjoy and wouldn't freak her out too much or anything like that. So, okay. Let's go. Let's see what else do we have here. Okay, I'm gonna get this box I had to cut open earlier, also for reasons. But we're getting into it now. This comes to us from Dark Horse Comics. So thank you, Dark Horse, for this huge hookup. Speaking of my boy Omin, we got Omin and Tinian on Blue Book. I volume 1 and 2. I've now read volume 2 because I couldn't help myself when I cut it open. I saw it sitting on top. I had to read it. It's so awesome. I love alien UFO stories, and Tinian tells some crazy cool history of UFOs and sci-fi stuff that happens in the country. It's it's awesome, and Omin's art is just so good, and it's blue book, and when you read this volume one, I think maybe volume isn't in volume two. I think it's in volume two. They touch on blue book and what that is, and a little bit about that. But I mean, the whole book is in the only color in it besides black and white is blue. Super good, really really fun story. Um, this box is insane. Okay, so let's get some of this packing out of the way. So then we've got Trigun deluxe editions. So we got Trigun Maximum Volume 1 and then regular Trigun. So I've been loving these Dark Horse deluxe editions and really liking them and really getting into this manga anime stuff. And I know Trigun is supposed to be amazing. So I got to check it out, try it out. Love it. And those editions are freaking gorgeous. Like that faux leather and the rounded. I love their deluxe manga rounded spines. Love that. I know there's the big debate between rounded versus flat spines, especially with like Marvel Omnis. But man, Dark Horse is doing amazing work with their books and how they're looking with those manga editions. All right, so speaking of deluxe editions, we got the deluxe hardcover of the new BPRD 1955 through 1957. So I believe this is the third of these 19 blank through 19 books. If you are not reading the Mignola verse and you love, I mean, it's Hellboy. It's supposed to be horror, but really it's not a lot of horror. It's like especially like BPRD stuff is very like procedural mystery. It does have horror elements in it. I'd say it's maybe more like X-Files in that tone and that vein. Like, yeah, it can have some horror, but it's not like ultra scary or anything like that. But man, Mignolaverse is insanely good. It's huge and expansive, but what's great about it is you can pick it up nearly anywhere. I mean, you can read the, Hellboy library editions where it's just pretty much straight up Hellboy stories. And, BPRD weaves in and out of it, but it's mostly Hellboy and it's very poetic and based on like old like European lore and stuff like that. But BPRD is like really procedural and like has a whole cast of characters that are just awesome that you can fall in love with and just amazing. Like just amazing. And you can read so many different ones of them without having to read everything. So, and speaking of great horror, we got Mortal Terror Volume 1 by Christopher Golden. And yeah, so really excited to jump in this. It's got kind of that very Mignola feel to it. And oh man, I love it. I love what Dark Horse is doing so much. And these hard, like mini hardcovers are just super cool. Super. I got like this huge pile going on right here. Okay. Next thing, we got Hairball by Matt Kent. And this story, already read it too. Super cool. Creepy. It's not really horror. It's kind of horror, but it's just kind of creepy and kind of suspenseful. And then it kind of turns into this weird mystery and definitely kind of supernatural and things. And it goes to places you would not expect. I mean, it's Kent, so he goes nuts, and it's classic Kent where he can just go nuts on stuff, and it's a lot of fun. I do not like this microfiber feel, this like velvety feel. So this book is really hard for me to hold without losing my mind, but it is super cool. And it's I'm going to do an overview on this, but I got to show this off. This book is one of the weirdest binds I've ever seen and come across. So it's got this hardcover that is basically kind of glued to a trade paperback, which is weird enough, but I mean, it's cool that like, the eyes show through. But what's interesting is the trade paperback also is an interesting type of bind too. You rarely see a lay flat trade paperback, and that what that means is like the spine's not fully connected in there. Um, it's not just like glued to the back of the of the trade paperback cover. So it actually has like a lay flat eye hole in the trade paperback, which is glued then to the hardcover. Insane. But if you're not able to find the hardcover, I know it's been kind of difficult to find. You can get the trade paperback pretty easily, I know. And it's like the exact same, it's that lay flat, exact same trade paperback. Which might be better for me because that feel for me is a little rough, but it's a hardcover, so I gotta get it. All right. Speaking of animals, we have Black Sad continuing this noir series. This art is gorgeous, and it's like this PI noir style. I gotta be careful opening up this one. Okay, it's just violence. It's not spicy scenes or anything like that. But super cool if you like mystery. Black Sad right there. That PI noir mystery stuff going on. That's what Black Sad is. So this is They All Fall Down Part 2. And there are, let's see, I think there's 4, 5. I think this is the 6th of these hardcovers. So it's coming out pretty consistently. Can take some time, but I mean, if you're just jumping into the series, you got a lot to catch up on. All right. So this one, I have been getting into Dracula a little bit more because of we did Dracula over at Magnetic Press. Very proud of that. And so now I've just been getting into Dracula and these horror comics a little bit more. So now I went for Dracula by Matt Wagner. This one looks super cool too. Man, this art. Wow. Look at this art. So detailed. Just so detailed. So I'm really excited to check this out. This is one of those trade paperbacks that has a folds on the end. So it's got little flaps on the end of the trade paperback cover. Okay, last one in here. I've been waiting for this forever. It has been delayed and delayed, but you know what? Books eventually come out, and we have so much to read anyways while we're waiting. All right, I'll get this box out of the way here. Ugh. We have The Legend of Luther Arkwright. Um, this is by Brian Talbot. And man, look at this. It's got that leather cover with that gold foil embossing on it. And it's that library edition, Dark Horse library edition size. This is a cool one. Oop, insert. It came out. Yeah. So it's got insert, some sweet end paper. But yeah, so this is all black and white too. But that art is just, again, I'm just a sucker for this art, and I love black and white art personally. If you are getting into indies, fair warning, a lot of them are black and white. But there's a very good amount that are, in color and all that stuff too. But man, I love black and white art and just seeing like all the lines. I mean, I appreciate colorists too and what they do, but I really like being able to just see the actual lines and all that the artist lays down. Super cool. I love it. And it mixes things up. I mean, I read a lot with color too. So it's fun to just mix up the medium a little bit and all that. All right. So we will we'll separate it out a little bit. The heavy box. These are 2 Kickstarter editions right here. I don't know which one's which. I know there might be some double dipping from a previous unboxing that I did, but we'll open it up and see what we got, because these not only aren't just the books, but they also have the big Kickstarter edition things in them and a couple extra books that were ordered along with it too. All right, so I think okay, yeah, this is the book that I already talked about a little bit, so I won't go too much into it because, you know, we got Count of Monte Cristo. This one is 705 of 750. Boom. So I'm not going to try and stack that down there. Holy crap. This is a huge. Oh, man, you can't. It's like that big right now. I'll show it at the end. And then all the extras that came with it. We got these art cards, just fantastic art card. Jordan Mechner. He is the, if you don't know Jordan Mechner, he's a game designer and really big in the industry because he created Prince of Persia. So if you know that game, this man is a great designer and amazing creator. So, all right, we got some more stuff in here. Oh, that pin turned out amazing. Holy cow. Wait, I think I got upside down. Yeah. So if you notice that logo for Count of Monte Cristo, you can see the C in the middle and then the M. So it's the CM for Count of Monte Cristo. Or Monte Cristo, maybe. Count of, I don't know. So Monte Cristo in there. Oh, that pin is just gorgeous. I've started collecting pins now, and my backpack is just covered with them. And then I love the metal bookmarks that we've been doing, and they're just like weighty and they're fun to just like. I'm always just like playing with them in my hands while I'm reading the books now. Love them. And then a little notebook thing for taking notes and figuring out how you're going to get revenge on all your peeps. So that's a fun one. It's got the little logo on the front, a little pencil. All right, so let's get that stuff there kind of out of the way. And then we have, I won't go into all this stuff, but we got a little sticker and the challenge coin or collector's challenge coin in there that Magnetic does. And then we got a few art prints in here, and that's that linen textured paper that's like super thick and nice, and the 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 quality of the prints are just fantastic, and the color on them so deep. Okay, so aside from the Monte Cristo books, part of the Kickstarter editions is you could order along with it the making of Prince of Persia. So it's this whole book, journals of 85 through 93 by Jordan Mechner, and he has like he kept a journal while he was creating Prince of Persia. So you can go through and like see it and read it all like right there. So insane, so cool. I mean, I've always wished I journaled more and wanted to. And it's just such a commitment, but it is so cool to see like 8 years of journaling while he was creating a book or a game that literally changed the entire gaming industry. Super cool to have that. So that's, I believe that's the first time that's been in print. And then reprinting this, there was a hardcover a while back, but that's not very easy to find now. But there's the making of Karateka, something like that. So that's also his journals of 82 through 85. So this is like, I think his first game he made, but it's, yeah, so journals of that too. Just super cool. So it's his two journals in here. So awesome. So you have actually like one of his latest books, which is amazing. I cannot recommend it enough. Super cool. And then you have these two making of journal books that you can get with it. All right. All right. Let's see what do we got. All right. Now we'll mix it up a little bit and we'll do another channel sponsor order that we did from OPB. I love the new boxes that they're doing here with the OPB logo on there. Let's see, this one might have shipped out before it got like stuck in the mail system for some reason forever. Not an OPB fault, but it got stuck for a while. So we're gonna cut this open. Then we are going to check this one out. All right. Very excited for this. Very excited. We have the slipcase edition of going back to Tinian again. It's on the side of The Woods. Cannot wait for this one. I've heard so much about it. I've been wanting to read it for so long, and I've been waiting and waiting and waiting, and now I can finally freaking stop waiting because it's here and I can finally read it. And I am shocked how huge. I did not realize that there was that much. No wonder it took so long to wait because they had to write so much story. Okay, and probably the very next book I'm going to read out of all of these after I finish the book I'm currently reading is, I've been waiting for this one forever, ever since I read Geiger and fell in love with that universe and that story. We have Junkyard Joe. He was such a cool character in Geiger. And then I found out, because I haven't really been keeping up with this whole universe that they're doing with Ghost Machine. But then I found out, oh, he's not just a spin off character in Geiger, he's a full on character in the Ghost Machine universe. And we got Junkyard Joe. And this is an huge edition, too. So yeah, it's like a library edition sized book of where's my library edition in here? Yeah, it's like same size as a Dark Horse library edition, but this is Image. So yeah, gorgeous stuff. So excited, and that's the DM variant. I love that cover. Both covers are pretty cool, but I really, 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 really like that cover of that DM cover of Junkyard Joe. So all right, that is enough of OPB. We are going back to Magnetic Press. I forgot which one this is actually. Like I just kind of I back it and I forget it, so I don't always remember which ones I'm doing. I have a lot of backs. Oh yes, I'm so excited about this one. I totally forgot that this one is insanely cool. All right, so excited about this one. All right, so this is a double slip. This is a double slipcase edition of Lost Letters and My Dear Perot. Uh, this is like a Miyazaki esque story. Both of these stories. Now I have all the books out of the way, so I can move over and talk to the camera a little bit more. Maybe move a light because stuff's getting in the way now. All right, so this is such a cool book. Both of these books are so cool. So very interesting, very in the vein of Miyazaki and all that. And let's open it up because, well, one, I want to see what number I got, and two, I gotta really show off how cool this slipcase is because I have never seen a slipcase done like this before, and I'm very excited to actually get to see it in person because like I said, never seen a slipcase done like this before. So saving the thing I'm most excited to see for last because, well, happy accident, really. All right, so let's get these corner pieces off here. Get them out of the way. All right, get these out of the way. Really hope this survived because we've never done this before. All right, I got number 204 out of 400. I cannot believe only 400 people did this, backed this, but you know what? They missed out. Okay, so if you notice, you can see through this slipcase. It is an acrylic slipcase that is transparent. Insane, insane. So like, so cool. Uh, and it's survived perfectly. Like it's pristine. So awesome. It's gonna get my fingerprints all over it. But all right, so we have Lost Letters and My Dear Perot. So this is like a kind of a young adult teen love story, but with witches and mystery and some kind of a weird wizard. And who is this guy? And this girl's falling in love with him, but is he good? Is he not? And how she goes about solving this weird mystery. And I guess I could show off some of the art in there. But so cool. I mean, look at that. Look at that art. Just, oh man. I I fell in love with these books when I was reading them. They're so fun and whimsical and oh, so good. So good. And then before I show off the last book, I'll do a quick here we got some of the like uh poster stuff. So man, such a cool shot. We got the cover shot there too. So we got both covers on there. And then a bunch more art stuff in there too. Little art book, some stickers, and then we got that challenge coin in there. So tons of cool stuff. I'm not gonna try and dig all that out right now just because this video is already really long. All right, so last book Lost Letters. Out of the two, I liked My Dear Perot. That was a great one. Lost Letters was my favorite. And let's get kind of into it. Oh, it's such a cool world. Like this world is just so fun, and it was just so off the wall and interesting, and the characters were super cool. And man, I had so much fun with it. Like, I mean, there's a police officer that's a fish, so he lives in a fishbowl on like a body and controls the body. Like, you don't know how it works. You just go with it. And it's so good. It's such a fun story and it's such a cool adventure. And oh man, like the art, the water, and oh, I love it, love it so much. So yeah. Anyways, um, so all right, let's kind of reset for a second. And you know what? No, let's just go for it. So we have, we have, you know what? Yeah, let's reset for a second. All right. So I think I kind of got them all in one shot here. I think you can see them. This is an insane haul. This is kind of nuts. Anyways, so we got the Woods, Junkyard Joe. We have some magnetic press Kickstarter editions that came in, and my second copy, because you know, if you work on a book, sometimes you want to, and you love it a lot, and I kind of want to maybe hook my brother up with a copy because he's always loved the Count of Monte Cristo. So I have a second copy. Who knows why? Who knows when I'm going to use it? I'm pulling a Jake from The Brave and the Boys and double dipping on stuff because that's what apparently us collectors do. And then we have Legend of Luther Arkwright. We've got Dracula, Black Sad, They All Fall Down Part 2. We got Hairball, Mortal Terror. We got Hellboy and the BPRD from 55 through 57. And then we have Trigun Maximum Volume 1. And then we have Radiant Black. We've got Department of Truth. We've got After Realm Kickstarter and Black Hole. We've got the two journals from Jordan Mechner on Prince of Persia and Karateka. We've got Ghost Money from Magnetic. Well, we've got a whole ton of Magnetic here. So we've got Milo's World. I don't know. How do you say that? Would it be Milo's World? Milo's? I don't know. Anyways, we got those volumes 1 through 3. We got 1000 Storms. We got After the Fall. And then we got all 8 editions or all 8 volumes of Infinity 8. Makes sense that Infinity 8 would have 8 volumes if it wasn't just one book. Anyways, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh, Blue Book's in there. Volume 2. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. 35 books in this haul. That's a lot of books. Like, sometimes you order a couple extra books and you're like, I'm getting a lot of extra books. I'm getting some extra books. And then other times you have like everything come in all at once. And then you go, do I maybe have a problem? And you have to be honest with yourself sometimes and say, I probably do have a problem. And I should probably admit I have a problem that I don't have enough time to read all of these that keep coming in. And I for sure have a bigger problem, and that is I don't have enough shelf space. So I am going to be doing a lot of sales. I got like 5 huge piles upstairs that will probably still be in my end of the year library tour when I go into my closet of shame where everything kind of flows in and out of, and I need to clear a bunch of that out because that's where things flow in and out of, and I have huge piles that are all being sold off. And I'm actually super cool. My LCS, shout out to Gabby's Olympic Cards and Comics. Gabby is amazing. She's doing some great stuff supporting the community right now with like the holidays and the cold weather and jackets and tents and all this amazing stuff. But they also buy They bought a whole ton of my pops when I got out of pop collecting, Funko Pop collecting. But they buy used books too, and or new books that aren't read, or they buy back books for either in-store credit worth more, or you can just get cash or a check or whatever it is and get a little less, but then you're free to spend it anywhere else. I kind of love doing in-store because then, one, you get more, and two, I can go back and like spend money but not spend money. So super fun. But I have to, I'm going to be taking in a bunch of piles of books and going through even more books and taking them in and doing a major culling. So maybe I should make another video on culling books. That was a pretty popular video, actually. I did a live stream on culling, and I think I did another video on it that wasn't a live stream. But yeah, super cool. I'm really excited about these. I've read a bunch of them already, and I know that I love them. And I'm really excited to jump into some more of these and do some more overviews. I'm going to be having a lot of time off this holiday, which will be super nice. And then I can read some more. And also, more importantly, well, I won't say more importantly, but also I can actually spend a lot more time doing some videos and making some overviews. I'm really excited to do an overview of Hairball, and I'm really excited to do some overviews of like these magnetic press books, and I should do an overview of Department of Truth too, because that's ready to go. And Blue Book, really excited for that, to do an overview on that too. Yeah, anyways, and now tons of photo bait coming. So if you're not following me on Instagram or Blue Sky or X or Facebook or anything like that, I'm been pretty busy lately, but I'm going to be getting back into posting a lot more photo bait. So if you're more interested in seeing more about these books, definitely check out those profiles of mine, because I'll be posting some nice photos of those. Hopefully nice. Hopefully you think they're nice. I like them. But yeah, so don't forget to hit me up there. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell for notification, do all those things. I love talking with you all. So the most important thing to do is comment. Let me know in the comments what your favorite what's your favorite book you've read this year. I'm gonna be, well, maybe no, let's save that, because I'm gonna do my top books of this year and my favorite book of this year. So let's save that question for those. But what has been the most surprising book for you that you've read this year? Like, surprisingly, keep it positive. So what's been the most surprisingly good book that you read this year? You kind of went in maybe with low expectations or something like that, but it took you by surprise that it was so good. So let me know in the comments what that hidden gem was that you found, or someone finally coaxed you into reading and you really dug it and were very surprised by it. Let me know in the comments. All right, love talking with you all. This has been a long video, so we got to wrap it up. All right, that's it. Take care. Stay cool.